someone who is real good at Legacy, especially with Grixis Delver. We talked about Jim Davis and Sultai Delver being his wheelhouse. For my money, which I don't have much of, this is the best Grixis Delver player in the tournament.
Sure.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, he really cut his teeth on this deck.
We watched him win an Open earlier this year with it. He's top 8s basically every Legacy Classic that he plays with this deck. Doesn't win every single one of them because you're not going to win every tournament you play in. But he beat Jerry Thompson in the finals of the first Legacy Open that we had this year in Season 1 when we were in Philadelphia. And this is, as far as bread and butter goes, this is it. So we're going to watch Noah Walker play his deck that he is most well known for in Grixis Delver against Ted Felicetti, who is playing, it looks like, blue-red Delver here this weekend. Perhaps Ryan Overturf got to him a little bit.
Maybe he's been reading some articles.
Yes, the turf.
And there's a big trade-off here when you move into a third color for your Delver decks. It gets a lot more powerful. You get a lot more options. But you're adding a third color. You're more vulnerable to cards like Wasteland and just having those clunky draws which don't quite work out.
Ted going to take a look at his opening hand. Noah will do the same. You see the numbers next to them. Noah Walker, number 22 on our SCG Tour Player of the Year leaderboard. Ted Felicetti, number 31.
That's for the year, not the season.
That is correct.
Yep.
Ted in the seasonal race, currently in second place. Really looking to qualify for the Players' Championship.
Yeah, a strong weekend here will help put a little more distance between him and the players behind him. And he'll be in a good spot.
For Noah, I think for this particular matchup, we draw a little bit more attention towards him because he is so good at playing this Grixis Delver deck. He's a young kid, member of Team Card Hoarder, but he is pretty gosh darn good as a 20-year-old from the Massachusetts area. He's got 7 open top 8s, a lot of them with Grixis Delver, 2 open wins. He loves himself some DDR. You a fan of those games? Can you dance?
I am a dancing machine.
Okay, you just lied, which I don't appreciate.
I am, when I am fueled by the right beverages.
Water, soda, I totally understand.
Yeah, just a little caffeine in my system, you know, get my energy level up.
That's when the dancing gets going?
I occasionally dance.
Okay. Gataxian Probe here from Noah Walker. He's going to find on 18. Take a look at Ted's hand. He'll see a Dismember, a Red Elemental Blast, a Brainstorm, a Polluted Delta, and a Volcanic Island. And Ted started things off as about the best he could in Island and Delver Secrets.
Yeah, how do you feel about these cards? No white border lands here.
I'm a big fan.
Not even white border dual lands. This is a pretty deck.
You know, if Joe wasn't so good at playing Miracles, he would be banned from the camera.
Yeah.
For not only what he has done with the white bordered lands, but what he has spread throughout the Magic community.
Yes. Oh, no, he deserves some sort of repercussion for this. Yeah, you were saying Noah, he's almost a veteran presence at a lot of the Opens.
Yeah, at age 20.
But he's such a young guy, yeah.
Flooded Strand here from Walker. He'll sacrifice that. What are we going to dial up here?
And I was talking about having talent around you to work with. You know, when he teams up with Team Card Hoarder, that just, it boosts his stock even higher. Yep. He's young. He plays a ton of Magic. He's clearly super sharp, and just all this potential.
It's a Deathrite Shaman and a passing of the turn. Delver Secrets is going to transform into Insectile Aberration. Ponders the reveal. Polluted Delta, and now Dismember. Going to go directly after that Deathrite Shaman.
I like it.
Ted played a land beforehand to play around Days. Here comes the Insectile Aberration. Felicetti is going to fall down to 16. Walker, a little bit lower. Looks like he'll be at 14 when all is said and done. Here's a Lightning Bolt to go after the Delver. That is taken care of. And now we head back over to Felicetti, who's got a Brainstorm.
Yeah, and these matchups are fun because there's so much interaction like this. Play a little guy, get it killed. Play a little guy, have it countered. A lot of back and forth. Ooh.
Price of Progress.
Well, yeah, that's a little dinger. I was looking. It looks like Ted has showed up with 2 of those in his main deck this weekend. I was wondering if they would still be in, you know, post sideboard in this matchup. It's doubtful that he gets Noah for more than, you know, maybe 3 lands. Anytime these decks end up with excess lands, they usually don't end up on the battlefield. They just get Brainstormed to the top of the deck and then shuffled away with a fetch land.
Brainstorm done resolving. 2 cards have been put back. Flooded Strand will be sacrificed to make it a beautiful Brainstorm. Going to search for Basic Island. Will Felicetti. One of the things about Blue-Red Delver that you did mention as opposed to playing 3 colors, you make your deck a little bit better against Wasteland. You see him actively searching up basics. The follow-up now is another Delver of Secrets. Now we're going to head back over to Noah Walker. He will draw. This is a Pyroblast. Delver down. Wasteland, Gurmag Angler. Daze going to take care of that. Walker has no way to fight back. Angler is taken care of. We head over to Ted. He will start with a Ponder. Ponder will resolve. Take a look at a couple cards. Chain Lightning and Delver Secrets among them.
Yep, perfect.
Can't be too unhappy. There we go. There's the Delver. Pass that turn back.
Got the Delver and the card to flip it next turn. And he can even shovel away that Chain Lightning after he reveals it if he wants to.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does want to keep that after the Delver reveal. It's Brainstorm here. That is going to resolve. So 3 cards coming here for Walker. A Daze, Young Pyromancer, and Underground Sea. The question is, does he have a fetch land or a way to shuffle? If not, he's probably in some trouble. Two cards back. Well, he does have Flooded Strand. See where Noah wants to go next.
Yeah, it's interesting. He has to decide how he wants to sequence this. Get the Young Pyromancer on the board this turn. Does he want to draw any of those cards that are on top of his library?
There's Young Pyromancer, pass the turn back. One thing to be keenly aware of is Chain Lightning as the reveal.
Yeah, and I think Ted is inclined to keep it now.
Yep.
His opponent's played a 4th non-basic land. Chain Lightning can get rid of the Young Pyromancer, and then he's got the Price of Progress in his hand to really close out this game quick at some point.
Does have to search up a volcanic island as opposed to a mountain because it is a polluted delta, which means the Price of Progress is going to hurt him a little bit.
But he's in the driver's seat right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Walker is going to sacrifice the Flooded Strand. Of course, he's going to have to take the hit from the Delver. I believe he does not have an answer to that, but we will see. And for those of you who are not Legacy aficionados, one thing that Walker can do to protect himself a little bit against Price of Progress is he can actually Wasteland himself.
Yep.
Now obviously, the Wasteland is tapped right now, as he does untap and move to his draw step. But
yeah, if he's seen that Price of Progress earlier in the game, or in a previous game rather, we might see him start protecting himself by leaving that up.
He'll Wasteland that red source.
Or protect himself that way.
Yeah. Follow up. All right. Pyroblast. Last card in hand for Noah is a Daze, I believe. Ted draws, passes. Deathrise Shaman's pretty good. Ted will draw. Jite. He'll play it. Will it resolve? Nope. I love Noah picking up the land there as opposed to hard casting the Daze.
It's actually better to have the card in your hand in case you draw a Brainstorm.
Also, he just wants to have, I think, 1 less land on the battlefield.
Yep.
Because of Price of Progress. Now he's going to start activating Deathrite Shaman. And these are things for him that come natural because he plays so much. And if you play a lot of Legacy, like he didn't even think twice about like maybe I should hardcast this, and then the decision tree of if I hardcast this, maybe I'm playing my opponent's Daze. It was just a very simple pick it up Daze that. Move right along. Here's Gataxian Probe, hardcast. The reveal of Price of Progress, Red Elemental Blast, and a Force of Will. A lot of players, I think, might pay the 2 life there. He'll pass. Daze the draw here for Ted.
And these matchups are just so interesting to me. I mean, so much little back and forth. There's so many spells that get cast throughout the game. You see everything costs 1. It's just really fun.
You saw Walker take care of the Ponder to tie the game up at 10-10. Felicetti is going to be able to actually search for a basic mountain this go around because it's Scalding Tarn. And now here's Price of Progress. Walker is going to take 4. He'll fall down to 6. Noah will draw. This is a Brainstorm. 3 cards on the way for Felicetti, because he did take the opportunity to cast the Price of Progress while Noah Walker's shields were down. That means he took off his ability to play the Red Elemental Blast in his hand.
Yep.
So now a Brainstorm is a rockin' and a rollin'. Walker going to put 2 cards back here, 1 and 2.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, every decision is just so important. You see both of their life totals are getting lower and lower. That Brainstorm just probably, the decision tree just has to be out of control once you draw that card and it resolves.
Card's too hard for me.
Oh.
Nah.
But you're forced to play it. It's
Well,
the most.
It's too good.
It's the most powerful card in Legacy.
Yeah. It's too good not to play.
Yeah.
Flooded Strand, after tapping mana to play Flooded Strand, now we're going to play Cabal Therapy. He's got an idea of what Felicetti is working with, obviously, from the probe earlier.
Yep.
The name is Red Elemental Blast. That'll go to the graveyard. Force of Will and Daze right now in Ted's hand. Noah is going to sacrifice the Flooded Strand.
We'll see if, it's Singleton Green Source so that he can start gaining life.
And what I love about this, right away on the main phase.
Yep. Well, he doesn't want to die to another Price of Progress.
Yeah, something absurd that could happen.
Yep.
Brainstorm the draw. Here is the Brainstorm. That'll resolve. And a 1, a 2, a 3. None of those shuffle. Lightning Bolt, Force of Will, Grim Lavamancer.
They don't shuffle, but they're all good ones to have. The question Ted has is it so important to get this Deathrite Shaman off of the board that I have to Lightning Bolt it right now?
Or just play Grim Lavamancer.
Or play Grim Lavamancer and just give him an extra turn with it.
Well, that question's been answered. He's decided I'm going to Lightning Bolt this right now. Back to Noah Walker, we're going to go. He'll draw a card. Cabal Therapy. Name that tune. He names Daze. Follow-up, Young Pyromancer. Pass a turn. Grim Lavamancer onto the battlefield. Force of Will stuck in Ted's hand. Walker will draw. This is a Ponder.
Yeah, that's the best possible when you have the Young Pyromancer out there.
Elemental tokens are starting to be generated. That was, I think, a real quick keep of that Ponder. Yes, it was. Oh, Dark Blast, huh? Well, this game's getting real tough. And now, Gitaxian Probe. And Dredge. Maybe Dredge the Dark Blast. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he knows what's on top from the Ponder.
Uh-huh.
So looks like that the Dark Blast is just better than whatever he would have been drawing.
Well, it was going to be a Delver and a Volcanic Island, and now the third card is a Daze. So, yeah. I think you'd rather have a Dark Blast. Now sacrifice Cabal Therapy. Keep the Elemental, obviously. There goes Force of Will. Now Ted's hand has been destroyed.
Yeah, this was a huge turn for Noah. You see how grindy this matchup is, but the black in his deck just gives him that extra element. Just that little bit of an advantage over Ted.
Price of Progress has been found.
Ooh, and Lightning Bolt.
So he's going to cast that, but that's going to be one short. It's not going to be good enough to do it. No Walker going to win this match over Ted Felicetti. 2-1. Grixis Delver will take care of Blue-Red Delver, and it's business as usual there for the player on the left. Makes it look easy when he's playing Grixis Delver.
There's